What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, taking a look at Heracross in the Master League Classic Edition. Now, Heracross is not necessarily the top-rated Pokemon in the Master League. However, it is one of the top-rated fighters. So the top-rated fighter is going to be Zamazenta, which is a legendary, and then it's Shadow Machamp is in spot number 2. Heracross is in spot number 3. It's just barely rated below Shadow Machamp. In fact, some seasons it's rated higher than Shadow Machamp, so it just kind of flip-flops. So I was like, you know what? I have this really good IV, lucky Heracross. I've been wanting to build this for forever. This is the season. I'm going to try it out. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, no, it's not awesome. It's not awesome at all. I do not recommend building this Pokemon. I'm just going to tell y'all up front. I tried it out on a couple different teams. The first team is a double fighter team, really just set out to punish those steel types that are everywhere in this meta. And then, yeah, we'll get into the second one whenever I get there. I have Meloetta on the lead on this. Shadow Machamp is my safe swap to try to lure out the Togekisses or the Giratinas or the Zacians. That works as well. This time we lured out a Kyogre, telling me they don't have any kind of ghost types or any kind of fairy types. And yeah, that's fine. Like my bug doesn't want to really see this thing anyways. So Meloetta can come in, soak up all the surfs from this Kyogre, farm down, have a little bit of energy when that Dialga comes back out. Unfortunately, I don't have Dazzling Gleam on this Meloetta, so I can't really punish that Dialga anyways, but you know what? At least we're soaking up all this damage. Going to be ready to swap into my Heracross when that Dialga comes back out. There it is. So here's the Heracross. In the back, they have a Groudon. So we are going to be able to hit the Groudon very, very hard with either of my moves. Neither of them hit for super effective, but they both hit for neutral, and both Mega Horn and Close Combat hit very hard. So I'm going to shield up both these Fire Punches, and then I'm going to be baiting with the Mega Horn. I know it's a more expensive move, but I don't want to debuff myself twice by throwing Close Combat twice if they shield this. So let's see what they want to do. They are going to throw up a shield. Now I can go for the Close Combat. It's a CMP tie, but Heracross loses CMP to a Groudon. So not only are we much more glassy, but we also lose CMP, and that is just so disappointing to me. Like, you gotta win one. Like, you either have to be a glass cannon that always wins CMP, or you have to have some bulk. And yeah, unfortunately Heracross did not have either, and that definitely cost me this game. So they're going to throw this Earnhead. They didn't need to. They could have just Dragon Breathed me down. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Not a lot I could do in that battle, but hey, stick around. We do have some wins here. Looking at the next one, going to be up against a Melmetal lead. So that's a great lead for me. They're going to be swapping into a Zacian. And you might think that this second team doesn't have a good answer for Zacian, but Rhyperior is supposed to beat Zacian. So I'm going to be building up, going for the Surf after they throw the Close Combat. So here's the first one. I throw up a shield on it, going for the Surf now. They're debuffed, so this will, I'm thinking this will take them out. I actually looked at some sims after this. Surf leaves them with like 2 HP, so they'd still be able to get off this Close Combat. And I throw up a second shield. Again, I just didn't know this this matchup well enough. You actually can definitely tank a Close Combat. Close Combat does like 55% to Rhyperior, so there was no reason for me to shield that, especially since this Melmetal is going to come back in. I don't have Superpower or Earthquake on this Rhyperior, so I can only throw Surfs for neutral. Rock Wrecker is actually more effective, even though it's resisted, so I should have gone Rock Wrecker on the first one, but I thought they would give up a shield thinking that I had either Superpower or Earthquake. So whatever, they're going to be dumping some energy here. It's probably going to be the Superpower. It does not one-shot my Rhyperior, so they do have to dump the second Superpower. So that's actually pretty good for me. I at least have a shield off them, and I am down 2 shields, but in the back they have a Giratina, which is perfect for my Snorlax. They top left, and there it is. Heracross takes dub. Into the next one, up against a Giratina lead. Terrible for Heracross. You can see I did put Earthquake on in this battle. So for these last battles, I have Earthquake instead of Close Combat. I just thought with Giratina's out there, Earthquake's probably the play. So I swap into Rhyperior, which is my soft answer. They bait me with the Ominous Wind. Thank goodness I did not shield that, because they're going to be coming out with a Excadrill. So I'm going to go for the Surf. We get a shield off the Surf, which is pretty good for me. And now I'm going to let them take out my Rhyperior. There's no chance of me flipping switch here, so we're just going to go ahead and go down. Coming back in with my Heracross, they can only hit me with Rock Slide for neutral. Drill Run is going to be resisted, but people get confused by the typing of Heracross, so he threw the Drill Run anyways. I should be able to counter down at this point. Yep, able to counter down. I have a lot of energy. Initially, I was like, I need to get out of here, but then I'm like, well, you know, I don't want to end up going over 100 energy, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this Earthquake into this Giratina. We'll see if they want to throw up a shield. They don't, and that actually does a lot of damage. Like, I was actually impressed with the damage from that Earthquake. In the back, they have a Melmetal, so I'm going to be building up, going straight for the Earthquake. I do have a 2-to-1 shield advantage. Let's see if they throw up their last shield here. They don't. The Earthquake connects. That is huge. Now I can really just play this out. I'm going to no-shield the first one, thinking it's a bait. And it is, so great no-shield by me. I should be able to take this game at this point. Going to throw up a shield on this one, almost for sure will be the superpower. It is. Now I can go for the Body Slam to get their final shield off. I mean, there's no reason for me to hold this Body Slam for Giratina. Giratina is not going to shield a Body Slam. It doesn't really matter for Giratina. And I come in, I snipe with Heracross. Giratina comes back in. They're throwing their energy, but I'm like, you know what? This is a Heracross feature. I'm featuring my Heracross, dadgummit. Going to go for the Mega Horn to take out the Giratina. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Heracross actually taking out all 3 Pokemon in that battle. I mean, I kind of forced it. Like, obviously Snorlax would have been the better answer for the Giratina, but for the content, we put up the shield and we got the Mega Horn off. Into the next one, up against the Dialga. They are, of course, taking super effective from my fast move of counter, but it doesn't look like it, right? Like, we're pretty much at the same pace, even though I'm doing super effective to them and they are doing neutral to me. And that's just so frustrating to me. Like, just the stats aren't good enough, I don't think, on Heracross to really justify all of its weaknesses. Because yeah, I mean, here's Ho-Oh, which is a hard counter to Heracross. We've seen Giratina, which is a hard counter. There's Togekiss and all these Zacians out there that are hard counters to Heracross. There's just too many hard counters for it to really justify how, like, not good stat-wise it is, unfortunately. Now, I definitely made a misplay. Some of y'all probably saw that. I should have thrown the Surf into the Ho-Oh. I would have been in a much better situation here if I had. But I'm able to get this Dialga very, very low, and they are going to unfortunately reach the Iron Head. I thought that Surf would take out since they were already in the red. Wasn't enough to take out, so whatever. We're down by 1 shield. I'm going to come in with Snorlax to get ahead on energy. In the back, they have a Mewtwo, so this game feels winnable, right? I'm going to throw this Body Slam. If they give up a shield, I can immediately swap and go for the Mega Horn. If not, I'm going to let them build up to 9 and try to catch the Focus Blast on my Bug. Did I catch the Focus Blast here? Come on! No, it's a Psy Strike. They 7-headed me through the Psy Strike after building up to the Focus Blast. And now they're going to just be able to Psy Strike down my Snorlax. Unless I can lick down, which we almost do. We're just 1 lick away. But they're going to be able to take me out. So that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. Man, I really thought that I caught the Focus Blast there. I was like, yeah, that's it, man. That's the game. We did it. And no, Psy Strike. All right, into the next one. Up against the Togekiss lead. Going to immediately swap into my Snorlax. And they are answering with a Melmetal. So I'm going to go straight for the Earthquake. I don't like to bait in this situation. Let's see if they respect it or if they no-shield. They no-shield, puts them into the yellow. Now I have a chance to win switch here. So since they are so low, I'm like, you know what? They're going to go for the superpower right off the bat. And they do. Great shield by me. I am going to eat this next superpower to see how much it does. And I'm going to try to lick down if it's possible. So yeah, the next one takes out less than half my health. I know I can survive 1 more. I'm going to just eat this and I'm going to try to lick down. So let's see. Can I get the lick down? Yes, Snorlax licks down the Melmetal. I'm almost at 2 Body Slams, so if I could get both of these off into this Togekiss, that would be phenomenal. Here's the first one. Can I get the second one? No, we died with the second one, but we got switch. Rhyperior is a pretty hard counter to this Togekiss. They can't really throw anything that's going to do much damage into Rhyperior, so I'm just going to eat what they throw here. They might be weak to Rhyperior in the back since they are staying in. Let's see what they have in the back is a Giratina. Oh my gosh, another Giratina. Okay, so I'm going to bait with the Surf. I need to get their shields off. There's the first shield. Going to be building up now. And they did not build up to a hard-hitting attack. I know this is not going to be anything besides an Ominous Wind, so I just eat it. I should be able to make it to the Rock Wrecker. I do. If they no-shield this, that will put them very, very low, but they do throw up a shield. I can come in now with Heracross. I'm going to have to call it right here, though. Is this the Shadow Ball? Is this just an Ominous Wind? It is the Shadow Ball, and I threw up a shield. That's perfect. We can go for the Earthquake now. I need this Earthquake to KO this Giratina. If it KOs the Giratina, I can easily counter down the Togekiss. But Giratina holds on with just a little health. Counter it down. Please be an Ominous Wind. Please just be an Ominous Wind. It's another Shadow Ball. And I'm able to farm down the Togekiss, but the Shadow Claw is going to come through before my Smackdown takes out the Giratina. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. My goodness, so close. Heracross, again, just the stats weren't enough in that matchup. So, like I said, I would not recommend building a Heracross. It might have more play once the Premier Cup comes. I will try to run it again in the Premier Cup, and if it is good, I will do a second feature. If it is bad, I am not going to do a second feature because y'all don't need to see 5 more battles of Heracross just struggling the whole time, right? Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. Let me know what you thought of Heracross in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all all so much for watching this video. And until next time, this is ChillisFM reminding you to always keep pushing forward.